Hmm. So another day. Today I'm trying a different camera angle. It's super wide. So let me know your thoughts, how it looks like. I thought maybe you'll get a better view of the background. Some of you like the background. Anyway, I thought I'd start off today's video and give my thoughts about what is that? Saudi and Qatar. Saudi has allowed sea route, land route, and air passage, yeah, for Qatar. So, some people wanted to ask me what is my opinion. How would the impact be on the economy? What would be the situation for jobs? And so I thought I'll give you my answer, and I'll also speak about UK going on a full lockdown. My thoughts on both. And the vaccine. Okay. So let's start off with the main part. Saudi signs they're saying, okay, we'll open sea route, land route, air routes. Okay. And everyone's like, wow, yeah. And then you get UAE, the minister, what's his name? Gargash. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is, oh, it's a great day for peace. And shut the fuck up, man. Great day for peace. See, use common sense. Okay? Common sense is not very common. Pretty uncommon. Here's my question to you, okay? If you want to know what is the impact. Number one, simple. Let's assume you have a best friend, a family friend. You both are close friends and, you have been friends for years and years. You have a bunch of friends, 2-3 friends. And one fine day, the 2-3 friends of yours, suddenly start ignoring you, treating you like shit. They betray your secrets. In fact, they even get people to attack you, harm you, destroy your reputation. They literally pay people to spoil your name. They even hire guys to try to beat you up. Okay? So, you have had this group of best friends, who one fine day turned against you and tried to harm you, destroy you, harm your family. Okay, now, and it hurt your business. And one fine day, after 4-5 years, they turn around and say, okay, listen, let's be friends. Let's forget this fighting. Okay, peace. Now, if you are in that place, that the guy betrayed you, cheated you, tried to harm you, would you suddenly forget everything and say, okay, fine, man, let's be friends. I trust you again 100%. Relationship will be back to how it was? No, you're not going to do that. Why? Because once bitten, twice shy. See, trust, I always give the example. Trust is like glass. Once it breaks, you can't fix it. Okay? So remember, trust is like glass. Once you break it, you can't fix it. Once it cracks, you can't repair it. So same way, trust has been broken. It can't go back to what it was. Would it improve the economic situation? Okay, for Qatar Airways, yes, they can fly through Saudi airspace. Sea route, they don't have to take maybe a longer route. They'll cut down the overheads and cost for that. Land route, maybe it'll become a bit easier. But Qatar is not going to make the same mistake of putting all its eggs in one basket. Now, Qatar has started to build farming for agriculture and all that, where they are independent. They don't have to depend on Saudi. They brought in new suppliers, which are not, dependent on UAE and which all other countries, I don't know, Bahrain or Kuwait or whatever, which all countries gave the blockade. They sourced out new suppliers. They will not go back to Saudi. Nobody is going to go back to Saudi and UAE. They have new suppliers. They'll maintain the relationship. Okay, Turkey, We took from you in the time of need. You're our friend today. Iran, we bought things from you in our time of need. You didn't take advantage of us. We'll continue the relationship with you. Maybe out of competitiveness, they will just take a quote. Okay, from Saudi, how much is it? They'll just take very little. That even if it blocks or tomorrow they cancel, it's not going to harm them. So nobody is going to repeat the same mistakes. In fact, I know plenty of business people who are not going to make the same mistake ever again of if someone is staying in Qatar and he had investments in UAE or investments in Saudi, he'll get rid of that quickly because, if it is still remaining, they're not going to make the mistake again because Arabs, by default, never forget. Arab Muslims never ever forget. They are the warrior spirit. They never forget. It's like you harmed me, destroyed my reputation. It'll be back of their head. Now, the biggest question among everything, okay? The biggest. What was the reason that this blockade took the first place? The main reason was Al Jazeera. Because Qatar was always putting news of bad stuff about Saudi, bad stuff about UAE, exposing them as villains. And they didn't like it one bit. So is this problem solved? No, it's not solved. Al Jazeera is still there. They're still bitching about Saudi and UAE even more. In fact, just look at it. You remember the Qatar and UAE football match? They were bloody pelting the Qatari football players with shoes and slippers, even though it was just a game. So these people, the citizens, they hate each other so much, you suddenly think they're going to love each other. It's like India and Pakistan. No matter how much they try to make peace, Indians will forever always have the hatred towards Pakistanis. And Pakistanis, not all, most of them will always have a problem. The competitive spirit will always be there, man. So don't expect anything to change. See, especially it's like, for example, I'm getting a bad headache, very bad headache. Why? Because I have a toothache. All right, my whole body is aching because of this toothache. Now let's say I took some painkillers. Okay, it'll numb the pain, my headache will go. But when the medicine wears off, the toothache will come back even worse because now it's rotting even more. That's the same thing with Saudi and Qatar. They have just given a painkiller. The root problem, Al Jazeera and the disagreements are still there. Now the question is, why did they make the peace? Why? They made the peace because they got fucked. The economies got fucked. Oil is no longer important. There is a fucking COVID virus. See, when there is money, people's arrogance and ignorance shows. When there's money and power, it goes to people's head. But when you get fucked, then you become humble. Say, MBS, when he was bragging about his $30 billion futuristic city, Saudi Aramco is going to be 2 trillion. He invited all these big investments, and he thought he's going to be multi-billionaire, zillionaire. That time pride was where it was gone. It went to Pluto. When UAE was booming before the COVID crisis, they didn't have to give a damn. You remember before the COVID crisis, UAE was talking, oh, we are going to get 25 million visitors for Expo 2020. Remember, I gave the prediction 4-5 years ago. Expo 2020 will be a flop. Well, I didn't predict the COVID, but it's not only a flop, it's a disaster. It's literally destroying UAE. See, to be honest with you, Expo 2020 is the biggest blunder since the aggressive expansion of the, aggressive expansion of the real estate market. It is the biggest mistake. Today, because of the COVID virus, nobody wants to do international events, let alone exhibitions and seminars. And UAE is stuck because UAE's reputation is on the line. How much money it spent? You know, you're getting Shah Rukh Khan. They're targeting Indian audience. Shah Rukh Khan, oh, this is my Dubai, my Dubai. What the fuck, your Dubai? It's like you pay money, you'll even change your fucking religion. My Dubai, my Dubai. Amitabh Bachchan, okay, old man, he's getting some money for something. He will give barking orders. You pay him some crores of rupees, he will say, Dubai, aja, Dubai mein, Dubai, hi, hey, Dubai, hamari, ha, hooga. See, my rendition of Amitabh Bachchan. Lionel Messi, all of them. Yeah, you see, if someone gave me millions of dollars, forget millions, give me 100,000. I'll say, yeah, UAE number one, Dubai, yeah, Dubai. Yeah, fucking money talks, yeah. You think Cristiano Ronaldo and Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan give a fuck? No. They don't give a fuck. You pay the money. Oh, I love Dubai. See, right now what is happening? UK is going under lockdown. Okay? Oh wait, let me finish the Qatar thing. So Qatar, Saudi made peace only because Saudi is getting fucked. They need the unity back again. So putting their tail between their legs, they said yes. And yes, the pressure is from USA. Because USA, I'm telling you, USA is playing a fucking game. Some big fucking game is happening. I don't like the feel of it. Something not so good is happening. And I think it's they're trying to merge against Iran. That's my gut feeling. So Donald Trump is making all these moves for Joe Biden. And by the way, this drama of still trying to win the election, fuck, I've never seen that. There's still hope. It looks like Donald Trump will become the, what the fuck, he'll become the president? I doubt, but it's entertainment. So, in a nutshell, nothing is going to change. Only costs are going to come down for Qatar in terms of Qatar Airways, in terms of sea routes, in terms of land routes. Just cost will come down. Prices will remain the same because, once you enjoy a bigger profit, why you want to lose it? Airfare maybe just to save the airline industry. Even though they shook hands or whatever, they shook legs or they shook whatever they shook of theirs, people are going to be cautious. Nobody is going to burn their fingers. Look at this tree. Lovely, no? Wide angle, you can see. Nice tree, yeah. Okay. In terms of jobs, I told you, jobs, there will be new jobs created, but the salaries will be revised. Especially because the virus, the COVID pandemic, it's not yet over. Okay. So this is Qatar and that part of the update, Qatar and Saudi and UAE. And UAE is trying to act like a hero. Oh, this is a great step towards peace. Shut the fuck up, man. You're like a fucking dog. Yeah, this way, when they try to destroy Qatar, oh yes, they support terrorists. Oh, they went to US and they bid money to block Qatar. And now when Saudi kicked UAE's ass and said, fuck you, man, I'm going to go and make peace. UAE was like, oh, fuck, no man's land. What the fuck do I do now? And so they have to say, oh, yes, it's a great opportunity for peace. Oh, wow. It's like I've been talking shit about you and I've been happy that someone is beating you up. And when that big guy went and made peace, oh, yeah, he's a good person. Come on, man. Okay, now next one is UK's lockdown. See, look at the fun. UK is in a lockdown. So many people are dying. US in lockdown. So many people are dying. India is having so many people dying. UAE magic. Fuck, there's no virus in UAE. Fuck. It's some magic, yeah? Fuck. Just think. UK people are dying in large numbers. Okay? UK. US people are dying in large numbers. Okay? So, India, people are dying in large numbers. But UAE, fuck. Such resilience. Man, the virus must be afraid of UAE's climate or must be afraid of the Middle East. Yeah, fuck, nothing happening there. And they are open for business. They're open. Oh, you can go party sharty. You can have. I get so many videos of people enjoying parties in yacht and this and that. There's no virus there. Ooh, fuck. Ooh, magic, magic. Anyway, I don't know what. I'm as confused as you are. Is there a fucking virus? Is there not a virus? See, virus must be there. Why will they fucking lock down a country? Okay, it's not that the virus is a myth. A country gains nothing by shutting down. A country will get fucked. If its economy gets fucked, a country gets fucked. So this is not, they are not faking it. Somebody is telling lies. See, somebody, like Russell Peters, somebody gonna get hurt real bad, you know. So somebody is bullshitting. And personally speaking, I don't think UK is bullshitting. I think UAE is bullshitting. There's something that they're not sharing. Either the media is controlled. And then you have so many, all of a sudden you have so many vaccines. Chinese produced, American produced, 65%, 75%, 92%, 95%, 96%. Well, it's a good thing the vaccines are there. But then you have these other stories. Oh, he took the vaccine and he still got sick. Or he took the vaccine and he had side effects. I guess 1 in 10,000 or 100,000 will always have a problem like that. Do I recommend taking the vaccine? Well, you have to take it at some point. You can't say no. Like we give baby vaccines. So vaccine is a good thing. Would I take the vaccine? Yes. Me and my family will take it, but not now. Until everyone takes it, I'll wait for others to get some side effects. And when I know it's safe or improved, or they come out with a new version, then I might take the vaccine. Otherwise, no. Not so fast. Means I will take. I'm not an anti-vaccine guy. Okay? Then Boris is locked down. I don't know what the fuck is. What's happening in this country, man? There's something seriously wrong with the leadership. Either the leadership or the people. There's something wrong with either of them. How is it possible that certain countries, people are getting so badly sick and other countries, like the virus is traveling from China to UK to Australia, it's traveling and it's infecting large people. But other countries, they are okay. I don't understand this. In fact, I don't know, does anyone have any stats of how many people are dying in Africa? I don't hear anything happening in Africa. In fact, nowadays I don't hear any other disease other than COVID. Shark bit a man and the man died of COVID. Imagine, the shark bit a man. He bit him in two half or whatever. Bit him violently. But he died of COVID. A lady gets an accident and she dies of COVID. Somehow, nobody is dying of blood cancer. Nobody is dying of hunger. Nobody is dying due to accidents. Everybody is dying only because of COVID. I'm not saying COVID deaths are not happening. They are happening. But nobody is dying due to any other reason. And here's the best question. Here's the best question among them all. What happened to the ISIS, yeah? Before there was a war on terror and war on terrorism and all the news was terrorism and the Islamic terrorists. Suddenly ISIS has taken a break. They just decided, hey, chalo yaar, COVID. Let's take a holiday. Allah will take care of COVID. I don't know, ISIS has vanished. Then there was so much Greta Thunberg, global, we are going to die and the world is going to end in 5 years and fossil fuels are going to vanish and this and that. And suddenly now the earth is okay. Nobody is dying. Now only COVID. Everything is COVID only. See, end of the day, whatever they put in the newspaper, whatever they put, okay, so many people are dying and this and that. I always tell my clients, You focus on your survival. You focus on what you need to do. You focus on your daily bread. Okay? Tomorrow, when your company shuts down or when your company terminates you, what Boris Johnson does in UK is not going to help you. Joe Biden and Donald Trump's shindigiri is not going to pay your bills. Narendra Modi did this and Imran Khan said that. You can argue as long as you like on WhatsApp and be an expert on the weather, Bitcoin and all that shit. But end of the day, you have to pay water, electricity. You have to pay money for grocery. You have expenses. You have to take care of yourself. Nobody's going to fucking bother. So please focus on you. Don't focus on all bullshit. Okay? So this is what I want to tell you. Like I told you before, at the end, towards the end of last year, 2021 is not going to be any better. It's going to be worse. And as of now, it looks like it's getting worse. As of now. So let's see. I say 2021 is going to be nothing but an extension of 2020. That's why when people are 2020 is over, yay! I was like, what the fuck? Why are you happy? So that's my prediction. Anyway, you let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. And by the way, let me know, how does this wide angle look like? Is this better? Better than the previous one? No, wide angle. You can see everything. Okay? Chalo, take care. Caffeine. Okay, chalo.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Macedo is the best.